Babe Ruth. Here's a scouting report. And he's known for tossing knucklers up to the plate, which is such a rarity in the modern game. If the hitters want to beat him, they're going to have to be extra patient because that knuckler can dance around a lot, and it comes in a lot slower than most of the stuff you'll see out there. Should be a good workout for the catcher, too. Joel Nelson, the leadoff batter, looks at ball one. Today, of course, senior day, a time of reflection for these athletes, including the young man on the mound, who is no doubt looking back on the path that brought him here. Got it started a little too early there. Strike one. In for a strike, and it's 1-2. Drive along the left field line, and it stays fair. Around first, hustling for two. Throws to second. The tag out. Good hustle trying to stretch the single into a double, but that time he got thrown out. So close to reaching scoring position. And now, Gilberto Medina. Switch hitter batting righty against the lefty on the mound. Fly to left. Smith. Out number two. Just a shade too early with the swing, and the mechanics might have broken down a bit. He needs to try to put that up the middle instead of yanking it to the pull side. Keith Ponson stands in here, takes ball one low. Two outs, base is empty.
Hee-haw! 2-1.
And that one is in the dirt. Not willing to throw him a fastball. And that's ball four. Significant opportunity now with a good runner on first and two away. A big secondary lead can turn into a run with a ball in the gap. Runner at first, Bartley getting ready to hit. That catches the zone for a strike. And that drops in for a strike. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first two pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. They get a leadoff single, but leave the runner stranded. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. No score. Man at second,
batting
one away.
Third,
and now
designated
Babe
hitter.
Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
That's an uncharacteristic chase. He usually lays off pitches off the plate like that. The pitch.
Ball.
Runner at second here and one away.
Two and one.
Swing and a liner into right field. Two down.
Batting fourth, right fielder.
Top of the second, now at the dish,
Santiago.
Edgar Cardona. Pitch is in the dirt.
That's down.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting sixth, shortstop Tom Who.
And now the shortstop, Tom Hu. In the dirt.
That's a ball. Hut!
Batter just
1-1.
wants to get a read on his stuff. That was a meaty pitch, but he let that one go, maybe to get the timing. Could be ready for it if he gets it again. Second inning, no score thus far. On the ground, Santos. That's out number 2.
Batting 7th, third baseman, DeAndre Best.
Here's the third baseman, DeAndre Best. And that one fouled off. Two down and nobody aboard. Here in the top of the second. Pitch in the
Low
dirt.
ball.
Ground ball to third. They're in plenty of time, ends the inning. So they go quietly here. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Welcome back, folks, and just a reminder that this is a 7-inning game here at the high school level.
Nope, ball. Two and 0. No, that missed. That's a ball.
There's a strike, and it's 3-1. Swings through it.
2. We got a full count.
That one is foul. We'll see another. Payoff pitch. This one in the air to right, Santiago. And there's one down.
Batting 9th, catcher, Charles DeVarco.
Charles DeVarco will hit next. That one finds the zone. 0-1. That's a hittable
0-1.
pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. In the dirt.
That's a ball. 1-1.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1-2.
Downstairs.
That's a ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One out and the base is empty. Pitch misses.
Count is full.
Full count now. 13 pitches thrown already this inning, and just the second batter he's faced. They are really putting him through his paces. And that's is going to bring the tying run to the plate. Good patient at bat right there. Maybe that'll help get things going.
The right fielder, number 14.
Back to the top of the order here.
Joel
Nelson now at the plate.
Hey!
Rolls away a little bit. Here comes the 0-1. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy double play. And steps on the bag for the out.
The batter, number 8 designated hitter, Gilberto Medina.
Next is the designated hitter, Gilberto Medina.
Ball, that's down.
This one's in the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down.
Hee-haw!
In the dirt, but blocked.
1-1.
The tag at third, and he is out. And that ends the inning. Nothing doing here in this half of the inning. We move on to the bottom of the third. The Bulldogs lead it 2-0. So digging in,
The batter, number
Ruth,
3 designated
0
hitter,
for 1.
Babe Ruth.
Hoo-yah! 0-1.
Ball 1
That's
there.
a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's ripped for a base hit. So 1 on now with 1 away. Couldn't have timed it up
Now
any
batting
better
right
than
fielder,
that. Got the center cut
Enrique
fastball
Santiago.
and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. And now, Enrique Santiago. Here's the payoff pitch. That's a base hit. Runner holds up at second, 2 aboard now. Got out in front, but didn't
Now
allow
batting
the wrists
shortstop,
to yank that
Ricky
one into foul
Masterson.
ground. That's a good example of extending through the swing and following through to line that pitch into the outfield for a hit. 1-2 now. This pitch gets away. The mission just changed for this pitcher after the wild pitch. Before you let the runners move up, you were thinking double play to end the inning. Now, you badly need a strikeout to try. Now a flare off the bat. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time, and the run scores. And it's 4-0. Welcome back
Leading
to
off,
Rush Peak Field.
the designated
All set
hitter,
for the start of this
Gilberto
inning. And now
Medina.
the DH, Gilberto Medina.
That's a ball down.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a hit. Runner on base to start the inning. He's been absolutely dominant in this one with only 2 hits surrendered to this point and no runs. With every hitter, it seems like he's got a plan and he's keeping them off balance. This hit shouldn't be too great a setback to overcome. Ponson stands in now and watches strike 1.
Ball, low.
Rolls away a little bit. The Bobcats with plenty of ground to make up. Top half of the 4th. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away and we'll do it again. Swing and a base hit. Lead runners around second. Runners at the corners now. Nobody out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Dustin Bartley. 3-pitch
left fielder,
strikeout in the
number
last
25,
AB. Will definitely
Dustin
want to do
Bartley.
better this time. Now that he's gotten ahead in the count, he needs to attack and finish off this hitter. Fouled off left side. Nobody out and runners at second and third. Base hit. 1 run is in. Runner stops at third and they're at the corners with nobody out. comes through with the RBI. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Might be a chance for them to start working their way back into this thing. Cardona batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
That's a ball. 1-1.
Grounder to short. Lays out. Oh, it's off the glove. In comes the runner from third to trim the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 7-2.
The batter, number 13, shortstop.
4 hits in a row, and they're really
Ruth.
seeing the ball well. This next at-bat looms very large. Tom Who digs in now. First and second with nobody out, and you know this defense is hunting a double play. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-1.
Right 2.
This one's in the dirt. In the air on the infield, and there's the call for
That's
the
an
infield fly.
Now batting, third baseman, DeAndre Best.
Now the third baseman, DeAndre Best. Grounded out the first time up.
Hey!
Late on that fastball. He must have been sitting on
0-2.
something off speed. Good job to fight that one off. Still just one out here in the inning. In the dirt, but blocked. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Swing went right over top of the curveball. Next to hit,
The
Roger
batter,
Cosmo.
number 9, second baseman, Roger Cosmo.
Foul ball there. 2 outs, runners at first and second. To the right side, collects it. Throw to first in time. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple of runners left to board. So up next, Babe Ruth, 1 for 2.
Hey!
And very quickly, it's 0-2 to the DH.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first.
He's
Out. 2 away now after the dropped third
The
strike.
right fielder, number 10, Enrique
We're
Santiago.
ready for the 5th inning. The batter now,
Leading off,
Charles DeVarco.
Catcher, Charles DeVarco.
Hey! Ha!
That missed
Ball.
inside, and the count even 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Hey! 1-2's the count.
Can't squeeze it.
He's in there.
Down in the count, didn't matter. Put a great swing on it. That one was right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, making a move for the bullpen.
Now pitching,
So out of the pen comes the
Alvin
right-hander,
Escobedo.
Alvin Escobedo. We'll try to keep this
the
big
batter,
lead
number
right
13,
where it is.
shortstop, Tom
So digging
Who.
in, Tom Who. That one to first, Darty. And that'll do it. They get the victory on Senior Day. What a win for the hometown team and their senior class. Ruth, ruling season, showcasing their skills, determination, and passion for the game. Now it's time for them to leave it all on the field in pursuit of the championship. First pitch coming up next. Now it's the right
Batting
fielder,
third.
Babe Ruth.
Right fielder,
With runners
Babe
at first
Ruth.
and second and nobody out, the defense will need to be sharp here.
Ball.
On the ground, right side, and it stays fair. Runner rounds third, on his way to the plate. One run comes in, and the go-ahead run stops at third base. Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. I know the pitcher was hoping that one was going to go foul, but he did a nice job at the plate of staying back just long enough to keep it fair, and he got a double out of it. Good AB. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Bernard Doherty.
Batting fourth, first baseman, Bernard Doherty.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a high fly out to center, Tompkins on the way over. Pulls it down. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly. Runner scores and they take the lead. This is baseball 101 right here. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Get the ball in the air to the outfield and get the sac fly. Swings, soft line drive. Makes the catch for the second out. Throw not in time, able to get back to avoid the double play. Runner at second here with 2 gone. Digging in, Matt Siegel. Can't come up with it. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. But 2 runs for them and they jump ahead. 1 inning in the books here. And the next batter, Henry
Batting
Beltran.
eighth, right fielder.
And he's got
Henry
really good
Beltran.
wheels. One of those skills you really can't teach. 2 outs, base is empty. This one is labeled. That one hops the wall. Around first, hustling for 2. Starts the afternoon off right with a double. That one must have felt pure coming off the bat.
Now
That ball
batting
was
right
humming
fielder,
as it left the
Babe
bat.
Ruth.
Pretty clear early on in that play that he was looking at extra bases. Into center. It falls in, and that's a knock. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. No time wasted here.
First baseman
Little
number 4,
flare behind second
Bernard
base, and that's
Doherty.
where hitters will just start saying prayers to whatever deity they can think of to let that ball get down. And that time it did, so props to Nyarlathotep, Hotep, I guess. Move to first. Ruth back in on a dive. Line, and that's a base knock. In to score from third. 3-2, they take the lead. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Great job to step through
Now
that
batting
and line it
shortstop,
the other way
Ricky
for a knock.
Masterson.
That's the kind of thing hitters work on consistently, and he's turning that work into in-game success. This one's in the dirt, and a fine job keeping it close right there. Traffic on the base paths, a run already in to score this inning. Here in the back end of the 3rd inning. Ground ball to the right side. Slings to second. Not in time at first, it's a fielder's choice. Matt Siegel digs in now. On the ground to the left, Garcia. Play made, that ends the inning. 1 run in the inning. 1 down. Now at the
batting
plate,
second
Dominique
baseman,
Diaz.
Dominique Diaz.
In the air, right field. Fair ball. He makes the turn and digs for second base. The throw in, and the tying runs at second base with a double. Soft contact off the bat, but it counts just the same as a laser
right
into the
fielder,
gap.
number
That one
3,
just kind of faded
Babe
over the
Ruth.
infield and down onto the outfield grass. Base hits like that are a gift from above for the hitter. Now we'll see if they can even it up and give us a brand new ball game. Ruth, the
0-1.
batter now, whiffs for strike 1. There goes the runner. Pitch misses.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Safe at second with a steal. And the 1-1.
Ball.
Right field, fly ball, and pretty deep. Fair ball. Runner around third. Crosses the plate. Now the tag at second, and he's out trying to stretch it into a double. So up next, Ezra Garcia.
Now batting third baseman, Ezra Garcia.
Oh, great stop. Goes to second for 1. Out with the pitcher covering for a 3-6-1 double play. 1 out and 2 on. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Sanchez. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, right field. And it gets by. Headed for the plate. 1 runs in. Safe. Tie ball game, 4-4.
Now batting.
Nicely done. Brings home 2.
The
Great job on the
number
0-2
3.
count.
Babe,
Clearly
Ruth.
recognized the pitch early out of the hand and gave it a strong, balanced cut. Now a pivotal at bat in this ball game. Diving stop. All square at 4. And a big swing and a miss. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner break from first, trying to stay out of the double play. Swing and a drive. Back there. This one could go. Ball game. He launches a walk-off home run to lift his team to the state championship game. Just incredible. Ruth with an epic walk-off hit to send his team to the state championship game. A surreal moment for the promising young prospect. I'm sure the scouts and college coaches are impressed to see him come through when it mattered most. 1 more win, and they're state champs. And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Championship game. Live from Bird's Eye Field, I'm Ben Gelman. After a season filled with triumphs and challenges, it all comes down to this. The 2 best teams in the state clash for the ultimate prize. First pitch coming up next. And now it's going to be Babe Ruth.
The designated
runner at second
hitter.
with nobody
Babe
out.
Ruth.
Defense will need to make some plays to avoid allowing that run. Ball 1 there. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one pushed to the left and foul. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out in the top of the first. Ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Off here this
Stepping
afternoon,
in, Peter Christian.
Center fielder, Peter Christian.
Hee-haw!
Lifted in the air to right center. Santiago. And there's 1 away.
Batting second. Second baseman, Pete Coyle.
Now it's the second baseman, Pete Coyle. And that's in the dirt. One out and the base is empty.
Hey!
Turned on, but foul wide of third. The windup and the pitch. Swing, soft line drive, and foul ball. 1-2 now. This one the other way, and it goes just foul. The strikeout there. Now 2 out.
Batting third.
Next is the designated hitter, Freddie Grimes.
Nope, ball.
And that's in the dirt.
That's a ball.
2 outs, base is empty. And a curve misses outside. Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. And that drops in for a strike.
We got a full count.
Right side, Santos. Play made, that ends the inning. So they make short work of them there. We go on to inning number 2. The Bulldogs on top here, 3-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the first baseman, Sean Velez. They've got the 3-run lead, but they won't keep it if they don't keep pitching well and aggressively too. Just misses.
That's a ball.
What a take with 2 strikes.
1-2.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. On the ground. Slides, got it. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out. You don't always hear about second basemen with great arms, but he showed one off there. Nice sliding play to the right, and then he pops up and uncorks a great throw to first for the out. So digging in, Pablo Mendez. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. In the dirt. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. No throw. And now on at first. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle. A hitter's dream and a pitcher's nightmare. Runner at first. Here's the catcher, Johnny Pittenger.
That's a ball. 1-0.
Base hit, center field. Lead runners around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. Back-to-back singles, passing the baton. That one was right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand.
Jim Knott.
Ground ball, could be two. Quickly to second for one. Double play, what a twin killing to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 2 innings. The Bulldogs out front, 3-0. Man at first with 1 gone.
Batter, number 3,
and now the
designated
DH,
hitter.
Babe
Ruth.
0 for 1, struck out swinging last time. Puts this one in the air down the line. Davies drifts towards it. 2 away. Welcome back, folks, and just a reminder that this is a 7-inning game here at the high school level. And that drops in for a strike. Swing lifts it to shallow left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 9th, right fielder, Zach Davies.
And now the right fielder, Zach Davies.
Ball. 1-0.
And another ball. The Bulldogs leading by 3 here in the back end of the 3rd inning.
Hee-ha!
On the ground, right side. Can't come up with it. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this one.
Now batting center fielder, Peter
Offense
Christian.
gets a lift after that error. Tough break for him out there. Back to the top of the order here. Peter Christian getting ready to hit.
1 ball, no strikes.
In the dirt, but blocked. The tag, safe at second. Nice hustle to move up on the wild pitch. That's heads-up base running to get to second on the wild pitch. Now the inning-ending double play is a lot less likely. Tough break for the pitcher. Well, looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it first and second with 1 gone.
Now batting second baseman, Pete Coyle.
1 out and runners at first and second. Here's the second baseman, Pete Coyle. Went down on strikes the first time through. That's in there. Strike 1. Now that he's gotten ahead in the count, he needs to attack and finish off this hitter. Base hit. Runner around third. Scores easily. To third, not in time, and it's runners at the corners with 1 gone. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Smoked that through the infield for a base hit. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Next up, the designated hitter, Freddie Grimes.
Now batting
0 for 1 so
designated
far.
hitter.
Tough lefty-lefty matchup here for the hitter. The best approach is to stay up the middle. Even if you're a little late, you can send an opposite field liner.
That's a ball.
With his speed coming out of the left-handed batter's box, it could be tough to turn 2 unless they get an especially hard ground ball. And that drops in for a strike. This is a critical moment for this pitcher. With the runners on base, you have to be wise with where you put your pitch. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Oh, the throw is too high. Lead runner hits second and heads for third. And they won't get the runner, who goes first to third on the error. 1 out and 2 on. And next, the cleanup hitter, Sean Velez. 0 for 1.
Velez.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. Force play is now in order.
Now batting, third baseman, Pablo Mendez.
And now, Pablo Mendez reached on an infield single the first time.
Hee-haw!
Skips in, and
No ball,
excellent
1
work
strike.
to hold that one close. Could have been dangerous. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
That's a ball.
Rolls away a little bit. No action on the bases,
1-1.
though. 1 out, and the bases are loaded. Rolled to short, could be 2. Slings to second. Out! The double play cuts down the potential tying run. They put 2 on the board. On 2 base hits, 2 errors, but 2 are left on base. We move on to inning number 4. The Bulldogs have the lead, 3-2. Welcome back to Bird's Eye Field. Bottom of the 4th. And here's the catcher, Johnny Pittenger.
Ball. 1-0. Hike 1.
Up the middle. Tosses to first. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jim Knotts. Hit into a double play the first time around. Pitch in the
That's
dirt.
low. That's a ball.
Up the middle. Santos. That's out number 2.
Now batting, left
Now
fielder,
the left fielder, Carmen Diaz.
Ha! 0-1.
To the right side, Santos. In plenty of time to first. And 1-2-3, that's the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, no one left. We've played 4 full. The Bulldogs out front here, 3. No outs and runners at first and third.
Babe, Ruth.
Big opportunity to do damage, but the hitter can't get
0-1.
over-aggressive, or it could backfire big time. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Fires to second. On to first, double play. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Zach Davies. First offering in the
That's
dirt.
a ball. 1-0.
Slow roller to first, Doherty. Takes it to first for the out. And now the center fielder, Peter Christian.
Now batting center fielder, Peter Christian.
Ground ball to the right side. Oh, what a great play.
Got it.
And they get the out.
Now batting second baseman, Pete Coyle.
Pete Coyle will hit next. 1 for 2. And that drops in for a strike. Here's a grounder up the middle. Collects it. On the run. Throw to first. They get the out, and that'll do it. So they go quietly here. 5 innings down. The Bulldogs on top, 3-2.
Now pitching.
Back now for the bottom of the
Ruben.
sixth, and there's a new
Arrojo.
pitcher on the mound. Number 57, trying
Batter,
to
number
protect
3,
this
designated
lead.
hitter.
2
Babe
outs and a runner
Ruth.
at first. Babe Ruth digs in now. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-1. Grounder to second. Coyle. That ends the inning. So one hit is 2 away and a runner at first. And now Peter
batting center
Christian.
fielder Peter Christian.
Fly ball very deep to right field. Does it have the distance? And that's it. They're state champions. A perfect ending to an incredible season. Ruth, with a solid outing on the mound, coming through when his team needed it most to take home the state title. This promising two-way prospect showed that he's a true gamer, playing on the biggest stage of his young career. With so many scouts and college coaches looking on, he'll definitely get a chance to play at the next level.
This is where the scouts really start paying attention to what these prospects have in their arsenal, Jessica.
Robert, this is a huge opportunity in this young guy's career. I mean, scouts, realistically, they're looking for confidence in the batter's box. They also want to see balance, rhythm, timing of his swings. They're also looking to see his ability to hit the ball to different parts of the field.
We are seeing a pretty impressive performance here, Jessica.
Yeah, one of the most impressive performances that we've seen. He's got a short, compact swing, allows him to make quick adjustments. Watch how his hands beautifully stay inside the ball. He's got that good balance, keeps his weight back, and then has that explosive move to the ball.
That's nice work up there. The scouts love a hitter who's this polished already before he begins pro ball.
Such an impressive display of a combination of that technique and strength at the plate. His swings are smooth, and he's got a ton of pop in the bat. This performance could seriously elevate his draft stock.
Jessica, we're now on to the right fielders. I know you're a two-time Olympic medalist, and something tells me this is one of your favorite parts of the Combine.
I mean, Robert, let's be real. The best athletes on the field. This is the session you get excited about. And the biggest thing scouts are looking for is how much coverage can you get in the outfield? And honestly, what are your reads like off the bat?
Talking about those attributes, it brings to mind 12-time Gold Glove winner Roberto Clemente, who some call the best ever out in right field.
Well, he was the best ever in so many ways. I wore 21 because of him, but also bringing in new school. I mean, who doesn't love Mookie Betts when he's playing right field? Fernando Tatis Jr., I know, same division. But when you're looking at the best outfielders in the game, those are two of the best.
Jessica, how is this young right fielder looking?
He has been up and down out there in right field. The biggest thing is that his athleticism is clearly there, but he's having a hard time reading the ball off the bat, especially in that tough right field position. He'll get plenty of chances to redeem himself as the week goes on.
Welcome to Game 1 of the MLB Draft Combine on the show live. And here is Babe Ruth. Ruth, competing here at the MLB Draft Combine, fresh off of winning a high school state championship. I'm sure that was an awesome experience for him. Rolls away a little bit, and a fine job keeping it close right there. Robles over at second. Anderson at first, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Textbook pitching. Slowed him down with the curve, then blew the fastball by him after he adjusted to the lower velo. Great work. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and the slider just misses. Impeccable discipline to lay off of that one. Wow. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Swing went right over top of the curveball. So up next, Abraham Rivera. And now the 1-2. In the air, right field. And it falls! Lead runner turns at second. And now runners on the corners with 2 away. Bottom of the 4th, and here at the plate, Babe Ruth. This one to third. Over to first. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. A.J. Ellis will hit next. This one to right. Dives, but can't make the catch. Pulls into second safely, 1 out. Runner at second's feeling pretty good. Clean base hit and then scooted into scoring position after the throwing error. First and second, 1 away. Next to hit, Babe Ruth. That one pushed foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Ball 1. I got a ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
This could be the action pitch right here with runners on and a hitter's count. Liner caught at second. I'm sure he's feeling frustrated after he came away empty on that line out, but the odds are good he'll get plenty more hits if he keeps hitting it like that. Hard hit to right center, and that one looks like it'll be trouble. Dives, what a play. That's an absolute gut punch for the hitter. That one looked for sure like it was going to fall in. Great defense. One out and runners at first and second. Now it's the right fielder, Babe Ruth. On the ground to short, could be two. Over to second for one. Double play. Boy, they cannot seem to break through. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ike Ramos. On the ground to third, this should do it. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. The run will score. They've tied it up in the bottom of the ninth. Back here at Chase Field, we're in extras here. Now at the dish, A.J. Ellis. In the air, right field. Pulls it down. Runner tags at second. Throw comes into third. And makes it up to third with one away. Bottom of the inning. Now the third baseman, Patrick Robles. And that one hammered. Can't get to it. It drops into the corner. The winning run scores. And they walk it off in extra innings. I'm sure he was feeling the pressure in this moment, but he showed a cool head, made good contact, and brought home the winning run. That's fantastic. And your final score here today, 2-1. A one-run extra inning win. For our whole outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. We'll see you soon. Welcome to Game 2 of the MLB Draft Combine on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Another chance for these prospects to show what they're made of as we creep closer to draft day. First pitch is just around the corner. So almost ready to get underway. So here's the lefty, Babe Ruth. Our starting pitcher is one of the more intriguing arms you'll see at the MLB Draft Combine this year. He carries himself with such confidence. You'd never know from the outside the pressure he must be feeling. John Wiseman, the leadoff batter, looks at ball one. The 1-1 offering. This one ripped but snagged at third base. Might need to do something to reset your karma. That liner had base hit written all over it. Just some bad luck. And now the center fielder, Brian Richardson. Outfield pretty shallow here.
Ball one.
Right through there for a strike. Into center and a base hit. So one on now with one away. Here's the third baseman, Julio Cortez. This one kicks away a little. He can't hang on. The 1-0 pitch. Runner on the go. This one in for a strike. Throw to second, and a great jump for the steal. Intentional walk here, and that sets up the double play after the stolen base. So up next, Andy Chase.
Nope, that's down.
In the dirt, but blocked. Safe. And now second and third with one gone. Both runners moving up on a wild pitch. The double play no longer in order. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. Force play is now in order. Now it's the right fielder, Paul Clayton. In the dirt. Wow, that is a great job behind the dish there. One 1-0 pitch. Skips in, and excellent work to hold that one close. Could have been dangerous. 1-1 pitch now.
Nope.
Good job to let the low one go there. The 2-1 is high. Not willing to throw him a fastball.
1 strike.
So the base is all loaded up now. And he grounds it to the right side. Out at first, though, the runner stays out of the double play by going on the 3-2 pitch. So digging in, Everett Estrella.
Yeah!
In the dirt. Nice job behind the dish. Second and third, 2 out. On the ground, right side, collects it. Play made, that ends the inning. 2 runners left stranded, but they do manage to push across a run. We move on. Back here at Chase Field, digging in the switch-hitting outfielder, Tobias Brewster.
Off the plate, ball
You
1.
may be wondering, just how does a player score a summons to the invitation-only draft combine? Well, eligible high school and college players are selected by a committee of MLB, USA Baseball, and MLB club scouting executives. On the ground at third. 1 away. So up next, Alberto Velazquez.
Ball! That pitch is out.
1 out and the base is empty. Pitch in the dirt.
2-0.
That one
No,
misses
that's
low.
down.
And a 4-pitch walk. 4-pitch walk there. Good discipline by the batter of making him come into the strike zone. Runner at first. Now at the dish, Eric Ozuna. This one's in the dirt.
0-1.
The 0-1 from the lefty. Rolls away a little bit.
EST Violence on Streambo.com. Remove the space at MD.
Back to the top of the order here. John Wiseman, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Outside corner for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Runners at first and second with 1 out.
I got a ball, 1
In
strike.
the dirt, but blocked. Play at third, in there, and it's second and third, 1 away. And now a single could score 2. Big opportunity now for the offense after the pitcher bounced that one in the dirt. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. Force play is now in order. So 1 gone with the bases loaded here. Richardson digs in now. In the air to center. Anderson on the move. Got it, and there's 2 away. And now at the plate, Julio Cortez got walked intentionally the first time. This one's in the dirt, and a fine job keeping it close right there. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. The run will score. It's 3-zip. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Next to hit, Andy Chase. Rolls away a little bit. The tag, safe. It's a wild pitch, and both runners are now in scoring position. This is a bit of a fix for the pitcher now. Got to 2 outs, but then surrendered the single, and then the wild pitch put the runner in scoring position. Comes up empty, strike 2.
No ball,
looks
2
at
strikes.
1, then swings at 1, and quickly he's down 0-2.
3.
And a swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. They put 2 on the board. 2 hits, no errors, but 2. Babe Ruth will hit next. Nobody out and a runner at first. Pitcher will want to keep this on the ground for the double play. Foul ball there. Ruth competing here as a 2-way player at the combine, but it'll be interesting to see if that continues successfully as he gets to college or pro level. That's where we usually see a player like this convert to being just a pitcher or just a hitter. Next pitch just
outside.
misses. Ball 1. What a take with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the first out. All set for the start of this inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Paul Clayton.
Hey!
Next pitch popped foul. This one off to the right, and it'll get out of play. Set down on strikes. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. And here at the plate, Everett Estrella, 0 for 1. He swings and fouls one off. 0-1 now. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And they get the out. At this level, you have to be able to slow the game down and execute, even in high-pressure situations. He did a fine job right there to understand how much time he had to make the play and get the out. Now up to Bias Brewster. And that drops in for a strike. This one popped up in foul ground on the first base side. And that is out number 3. Nothing across here. As we go to the top of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Alberto Velazquez. It's ball 1. While all of these prospects expect to be drafted, the personalized player report they receive, including evaluation data and tools for improvement, makes participation here a valuable experience no matter what happens in the future. Winds, kicks, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Nice job to work both sides of the plate. He's got this hitter inside conscious now. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Swing and a miss. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. So digging in, Eric Ozuna reached on an infield single the first time. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Great pitch to get a swing like that. Next one's fouled back. All tied up. Top half of the 4th. fly ball left field, Anderson. And there are 2 outs. And the batter will be the shortstop, John Wiseman. In there, and it's 0-1. In the dirt. Two outs, bases empty. Pop up on the right side of the infield, Anderson. And that's the end of the inning. Nothing doing here in this half of the inning. On now. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, Babe Ruth. Out to short. Tosses to first. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. Now on the bump, Sam Wolf. Digging in, Babe Ruth. Challenge fastball to start the AB, and the batter clearly not ready for it. The pitcher shouldn't give him anything off speed in this spot. Late swing, foul to the left.
One ball.
In the dirt, but blocked. No advance on the bases. Good job behind the dish. First and second, 2 down. Struck out swinging. And that ends the inning. Next up, the designated hitter, Babe Ruth. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. On the ground, right side. And plenty of time to first. They limit the damage here. They pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors. Back here in the desert, we head to the bottom of the 9th, and now it's going to be Babe Ruth. Strike 1. Looks like he might be willing to chase up the ladder even higher after that swing. The pitcher saw that, and we'll see how he adapts. Pitch misses. Ball
2 strikes.
Gets a piece, stays alive. One-run game in the bottom of the 9th. That misses the zone, and the count is even, 2-2.
2-2 the count. I got 3-2.
And that one is foul. We'll try again. Hoping to put the tying run aboard. And the tying run is aboard. That's an excellent at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and earned the walk. Here's the left fielder, Randy Rojas. Lays down a bunt. Picks it up with a bare hand to first. To first, not in time. Everyone's safe. Nobody out, first and second here. Now it's the shortstop, Ike Ramos. This one's in the dirt. Nice job behind the dish. 2-1 pitch coming. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Bare hand grab. Throw to first. On the money. Nice play. I don't know if he needed to bare hand that one, but still a sweet, flashy play at third. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, 1 out. Now the third baseman, Patrick Robles. rips this one to short. The throw to first. Only one out remaining. Hank Stahl now at the plate. Ground ball to short. This should do it. Wiseman. On to... Welcome to Game 3 of the MLB Draft Combine. I'm Ben Gelman. One final opportunity before the draft for these prospects to show out in front of the scouts. We're just about ready to get started. And now the right fielder, Babe Ruth. This is a prime opportunity right here. That's towards center. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. And they're out in front with a 1-0 lead. That's team first hitting we just saw. He knew they were counting on him to bring in the run with something deep enough in the air. Nice job. One down. And here's the catcher, Casey Shibuya. 2-2. This one to right. And it stays fair. Makes the turn, heads for second base. Here's the throw. Pulls into second safely, 1 out. Back here at Chase Field, bottom of the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Babe Ruth. He's done well so far, but we'll see what adjustments the heart of the order make for him the second time around. Here comes the 1-1.
Nope. Outside.
You have to feel for these youngsters and the pressure they must be feeling. Sure, the nerves may settle a bit after the first couple games, but they've still got the draft looming in the not-too-distant future. Sneaks through, base hit. Runner on base to start the inning. So up next, Hank Stahl, 0 for 1. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Tag out. Well, he got the leadoff single, but on the very first pitch, he tried to steal second, and the defense was 100% ready for it. Great catch and throw by the catcher, and a good tag to cut him down for the out. 1 out and runners at first and second. And here at the plate, Babe Ruth. In the air to center. It's carrying. There to make the catch. Runner tags and goes to third. So after he moved up on the tag, we'll see if they can pay it off and bring him in to score. A lot of ways they can plate this run now. All set for the bottom of the 8th. And now the right fielder, Babe Ruth.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strikes.
Swings through that one for strike 1. He reached back and blew the high heat by him. Batter didn't have much of a chance to catch up to that. And that puts the tying run on base. Into second base, the tying run is on with a leadoff double. So digging in, Hank Stahl. The 2-2. Grounder to third to Prey. 1 gone.
He's out.
Amos Glynn now at the plate. And the tying run at second.
2-2 the count.
Rolls away a little bit. And a fine job keeping it close right there. Pennock checks the runner. Ruth dives back in, but out. That's a great job on the mound. He made a quick move and threw to second behind the runner, who was caught flat-footed. Nice job of slapping the tag down, too. In the air, right field. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. The run will score. And they've got the lead in extra innings. Back here in the desert, bottom of the inning, now it's the right fielder, Babe Ruth. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Here in the 10th, the leadoff hitter is out. 2 down and a runner at second base. And now the first baseman, Amos Glynn. Wide to center, and that ought to do it. Ball game. That concludes this year's MLB Draft Combine. It was a pleasure watching these young talents get a chance to showcase their skills and boost their draft.
With the 28th pick in the 7th round, the Washington Nationals select Babe Ruth, a two-way player from the East region.
Greetings from the ballpark at Omaha. MLB The Show brings you Game 1 of the College Baseball Championship. It's the Cal State Fullerton Titans taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. And Singy, today, one of college baseball's brightest stars looks to spring up draft boards at his team's quest for a national championship.
Yeah, Boog, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he handles it. What an amazing opportunity in a high-stakes setting. Biggest week of his young career.
First pitch coming your way next. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill in this one, Babe Ruth.
This guy's got a really good knuckleball, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the switch hitters facing him today back from the same side. That's the way that you can kind of neutralize that pitch.
Ruth ready to work now for Cal State Fullerton, Singy. And that one is lifted in the air. Fernandez has a beat on it, and there's one away.
You know, Boog, it's been pretty incredible seeing how far his pitching has carried these Titans. Getting the ball in Game 1 here in Omaha, a special career he's put together playing for such a historic program.
Ripped on the ground to second, gets it to first, 2 away.
Game 1 of the College Baseball Championship. These players have got to be pumped, Boog. I know I am.
No doubt, Singy, the massive crowd here, a national audience watching at home. For most of these players, this is by far the biggest stage they've played on. Tosses to first, and talk about efficient. 3 outs on 3 pitches, and the inning is done. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the DH, Babe Ruth. Looking across the field, Singy, you know physically the talent is there for all of these athletes. Now is when the mental game really comes into play.
I couldn't agree more.
Now a blast to left center. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. Look at him soaking it all in with his team. It's like a parade out there.
This is the college baseball championship. Moments like this are what players dream about.
Yeah, pure joy. And I think I saw one of his teammates trying to do a cartwheel.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
And now the DH, Beckett Egan.
Leading off for the Horned Frogs, the designated hitter.
Ruth back to work.
Egan.
Swinging a foul straight back. Ruth ready to fire now for Cal State Fullerton. Glove side, but it gets through.
That is good. The
third baseman, Del Bacco. This one in the dirt.
0-1.
And the runner holds.
You know, the Titans have had some outstanding pitchers come through their program, Boog. Guys like Michael Lorenzen, a 2012 All-American.
Urban to second, there's one, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Sure that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the run out of scoring position.
Stepping in, Lane O'Donnell. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Also, shout out to Cal State Fullerton hurler Tony Hutt. Runner on the go. And that one gets away at the plate. All the way up to third here. And that is great hustle.
That might have ended up being a wild pitch had he not been running on the play already. But instead, it goes a stolen base. Kind of hard to know if they would have had a shot at him.
That one to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Aaron Pagan stands in now and watches strike one. Liner to second and picked on the hop. The throw to first, and that ends the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. Welcome back to the College Baseball Championship. Stepping in is the switch-hitting shortstop, Darren Vaughn. And takes low for ball 1.
I love seeing these outstanding young athletes out there on college's biggest stage. Just goes to show you what hard work, dedication, and pure love for the game can do.
On the ground to the left. And a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Takes it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Batting 9th, the second baseman,
Jared Roper will hit next. Pitch in the dirt,
no strike.
And that is ball 1. Tied up here in the early going. And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-0. And he grounds one to the right side. Makes the sliding stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
So the lineup flips over. Now a chance for Alan Stoites. There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. On to inning number 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Babe Ruth. This one high in the air to left center. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Chet Cross.
Leading off for the Horned Frogs, the first baseman, Chet Cross.
That one finds the zone. Going 1.
Well, these guys just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him. And one away.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with local ballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Ashley batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. Blanchard whips it across. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. And now Beckett Egan.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And first offering is fouled off. There's a strike at the knees. In the air, right field. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. Now here is Del Baco. That one missed. Hot shot to third. Throws to first in time. That's the inning. So a two-out double, but they don't score. On to the top of the fifth we go. All tied 1-1. Welcome back to the ballpark at Omaha. Blaine O'Donnell getting ready to hit. Ruth back to work. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0.
You know, this group of hitters just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Pitch misses.
No, that's it.
3 balls, no strikes.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Break! Count is full.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 33.
Down the left fielder, Aaron Pagan. Rounded out his first time. In there for strike one.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
And that skips in the dirt. This ball's chopped on the ground, but it kicks foul. 1 out, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Line to left. Fernandez makes the grab, and there's 2 away. And now the shortstop, Darren Vaughn. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one back there, reaching for it, and brings it in. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 5, all tied 1-1. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Babe Ruth steps in now for the Titans, Chris. Hit into center field. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-1. He's in there.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So up next, Marlon Fernandez.
Marlon Fernandez.
2 on, 1 out. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
No, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. To the bottom of the 6th inning. The Titans ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jared Roper. And that drops in for a strike. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground, out to short. Slings it across. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Alan Stoitz. Both 2 in this one. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
And that one fouled off. The Horned Frogs trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Well, there's a lot riding on that at-bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ashley in the box now, takes strike 1. In the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third of the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position.
1-2.
Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
2 outs. Lifted in the air down the left side. He's got it, and that is the inning. Babe Ruth, the next to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Fly ball to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Ruth ready to fire now. That's in there, and it's 0-2. He won a state championship back in his high school playing days. Pretty impressive to have the chance to make a run at a national championship here this week, Singy.
Yeah, Boo. For me, I mean, he's already shown he can get it done in these pressure-packed games. And that's what separates the great players from the average ones. Can you come through when it matters most?
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Ramirez pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, number 26.
2 down, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Lane O'Donnell. And that drops in for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Pagan up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Yeah.
In the dirt, blocked.
1-1.
Goes to second, save. And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. O'Donnell at second with 2 down. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-2's the count.
And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Into center. And it falls. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 8-2. So man aboard. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Darren Vaughn. And that's through there for a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Babe Ruth won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners.
Pitching for the
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Abraham Cepeda.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. And that one almost got him. Rips one to right. Hauls it in for the out. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Baco now at the plate. Adamson is just 1 strike. Hello and welcome to the ballpark at Omaha. We're ready for game 2 of the College Baseball Championship. It's the Cal State Fullerton Titans and the Texas Longhorns. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. One down. Babe Ruth steps in now for Cal State Fullerton singing.
The right fielder, Babe Ruth.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, it's fun looking back through the history books at all the players that came through the Cal State Fullerton program, Boog. Guys like Tim Wallach, Phil Nevin, Mark Kotsay, and Matt Chapman. A combined 7 All-Star appearances and 7 Gold Glove awards between those guys.
They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. So digging in, Marlon Fernandez. And that one is lifted in the air. Bradbury on the move. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 down.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
First and second, 2 outs. Oliger will hit next. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. So they strand a pair. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. And now the first baseman, Kyler Newhouser. In the air out towards right center. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Towards first, Newhouser. And he takes it himself for the out. And we're back. Bottom four. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jason Paulo. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Takes a tumble and he hangs on.
Felt just an excellent job to track that one down. That was a tough play. And he tried to stay on his feet, not wanting to dive and maybe have it go by him. But the lunge at the end kind of sent him barrel rolling. Great effort, though, and a nice job to hang on to the ball throughout the catch.
Ruth swings through it for strike one. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Just missed. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count 2-1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him. Now 2 away.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end, most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Line drive. Ruth makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Throw into third. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Ruth, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
That was straight queso right there.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Man at first with 1 gone.
Now
here's the left fielder, Lorenzo Spears. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. Bradbury around third. He'll score. It's 6-3.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
2 outs. Bases full. Urban digs in now. The Titans down to their final strike. Line drive. That's a base hit. 1 runs in. The second run scores, and it's a 7-6 game.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now a huge...
That's the championship, the elimination game. It's the Cal State Fullerton Titans and the South Carolina Gamecocks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Well, Singy, it's win or go home time for one of college baseball's biggest names.
Big game on tap today, Boog. 9 innings away from leading his team to the college baseball championship game. Pressure-packed opportunity for him and his teammates.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. First and second, 2 outs. Babe Ruth steps in now for Cal State Fullerton, Singy. You know, Singy, this elimination game might be when these players really feel the pressure to make their mark.
Absolutely. They know the history, Boog. They're fully aware that Hall of Famers like Paul Molitor and Big Dave Winfield made a name for themselves here in Omaha.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
So bases all loaded up. Blanchard now at the plate.
Blanchard.
On the ground. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit. So 2 down, and now the right fielder, Babe Ruth. There's a strike.
Well, they left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. No runs. Now it's the right fielder, Babe Ruth. He really has what teams are looking for. Some scouts have projected him as a first-rounder in the upcoming draft, Singy.
Yeah, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we could be looking at a future MLB All-Star here. He's got the skill set to be an elite player in the pros.
2 on, 2 outs. Now a screamer into the outfield. And foul ball.
This player just continues to impress me with his poise and presence. He knows he belongs here, and he's letting the rest of us know it too.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Runner around third. He scores to tie it up. Coming home. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Blanchard will hit next. Ground ball, left side. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. And now Roger Mock.
Up next for the Gamecocks, the second baseman, Roger Mock.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And it gets by him. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Caraballo back to work. Ruth in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Well, these players putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Outside.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
Fastball is outside. Cut on and lifted in the air. Vernon makes the catch for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
The catcher, number 13.
So 2 away with nobody on. Christopher Coyle digs in now. And that one is lifted in the air. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
So the tying run at second. Down the line. Ruth on the move towards foul ground. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
1 down. And now, Babe Ruth. And first offering is fouled off. 4 runs already in the frame here at the top of the 9th. In the air, right field, Vernon. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Here's the center fielder, Orlando Sixto.
Now batting,
Vernon,
the center fielder.
the runner at first with 2 gone.
Sixto.
Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. And that's the ball game. They get the victory and move on to the national championship game. What a run for this team. Ruth with a quality performance in this one, Singy.
Nice effort from him, Boog, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got left in the tank.
Hello and welcome to the ballpark at Omaha. This is the college championship game. It's the Cal State Fullerton Titans and the LSU Tigers. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Siggy, today we get to witness this elite college prospect try and bring home a national championship for his school.
Yeah, Boog, most important game of his young career. So much on the line in this one. Can't wait to see how he performs with the baseball world watching.
Now it's the DH, Anderson Shipley. And that's in for a strike. Question for you, Singy. How many players who won a college title went on to win a World Series?
See, I don't know how many, but I know who did it most recently, Boog, and that'd be Walker Buehler. He was on the 2024 LA Dodgers and the 2014 Vanderbilt Commodores.
And that one is inside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Now this is in the air down the line. O'Neal snags it, and there's one away. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Demetrius Pride. On the ground right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time.
Batting third.
2 down,
right
base
field.
is empty. Carmen Stahl digs in now. Backed off the plate that time. Two outs, base is empty. This one in the air, right field. O'Neal in position. He's got it. And that'll do it. End of 1. And we're still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Babe Ruth. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Tell you what, I hope there's some kids at home right now being inspired by these players who are not much older than them, competing at the very highest level of college sports.
Ken Zavala, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That misses the zone, and it's 2-0. That's down and in.
Ball.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Now the left fielder, Dallas Vasquez. Base open at first now. And here's the intentional walk. They might be trying to set up the double play with nobody out.
Batting six, the second
First
baseman,
and second, no outs. Luis will hit next. And that drops in for a strike.
Ball.
In the dirt. Runners stay where they are. That's ball one. First and second, no outs. Bottom half of inning number 2. Base hit right field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Jonathan Fry at the plate now, and that's inside. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called. So up next, Sammy Huber. Golden opportunity right here. Pitch is in the dirt. 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Bases loaded. 1 away. And the count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground to first, could be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Beckett Singh getting ready to hit. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Oliger brings it in, and that will end the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We played. Welcome back to the National Championship. And now Anderson Shipley. And that is out of play. And that's down and away.
1-1.
In the air out towards right center. O'Neill hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And now the center fielder, Demetrius Pride. And that's in for a strike. That's in there. Out there to center. Marmolejo coming on. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Carmen Stahl. And that misses. And that's ball one.
1-0.
And that drops in for a strike. That clips the corner. Stays alive. And a ball evens the count.
2-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. The Tigers with the lead. So a man at first. Babe Ruth steps in now for Cal State Fullerton. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball.
Well, Fullerton has a heck of a list of ball players through the years, Boog. How about 2020 World Series champ Justin Turner?
As a freshman in 2003, Turner made the all-tournament team at shortstop, going 3 for 3 and getting hit in the face with a pitch. A scary moment in their elimination game against slings to first, and he has thrown 4. Bottom of the 4th, and now the shortstop, Ken Zavala. Ruth back to work. That clips the corner.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And that one is in the dirt. And now it's even 1-1. Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Next to hit, Dallas Vasquez. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. That one is upstairs.
Up.
1 out, base is empty.
Ball.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 1 down, base is empty. And a base hit. So digging in, Bryant Luis. In there, and it's 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. And I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Next to hit, Jonathan Fry. And that drops in for a strike. Just missed. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. That is the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Welcome back to the College Baseball Championship from the ballpark at Omaha. Now it's going to be Sammy Huber. And that drops in for a strike. Strike 2.
0-2.
Well struck right field. That one's deep. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Singh in the box now. No balls and a strike. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Chopper to second. Urban whips it to first. Play is made, 2 out. And stepping in is the speedy Anderson Shipley. And that one is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. We're through 5. The Tigers have the advantage. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a speed threat. Demetrius Pride.
Demetrius Pride.
And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Line drive and foul ball. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Digging in, Carmen Stahl. Line drive, base hit, right center field. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Abraham Zapata gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Grounder might be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's the left fielder, Marlon Fernandez. With the go-ahead run at the plate. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Falk checks over to first, and he's back. Back to right, Stahl. Makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
The third baseman, number 6.
Here's the third baseman, Eric Oliger. On the ground, right side, Luis. gets it to first, and that is the inning. Still in. So now here's the DH, Babe Ruth. 0 for 3 in this one. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot a 3-4 knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
In the air to left center. Pride gets under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. First and second, 2 outs. Oliger, the next to hit. The Titans down to their final strike. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And that's the final out. Their quest for a national title ends as they fall short here in Omaha.
Tough way to go out, Boog, but I was impressed with his poise out there today. Didn't have his best stuff, but battled through it to give his team a chance.
With the 17th pick in the 4th round, the Athletics select Babe Ruth, a two-way player from the East region.